I know. I noticed.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Spooked Coast to Coast. As always, we are joined by actually both JJ Paranormal, Joy and Joey. How's it going, guys?
Good. Hey. How are you guys?
Awesome.
Oh, I bet.
We're going to get the reason why we're completely exhausted, but as always, we haven't changed our names yet. 305 Paranormal, Jen, and Mondo. And I'm exhausted. We had a crazy little short trip, but we're back right on time because we didn't want to miss our good friends that we're going to be bringing on. Savannah, babe, when you say that was an amazing trip a couple weeks back, it was so amazing that we're actually about to have on our very third guest. From Savannah, an amazing town, beautiful location that we went to, and the folks that are running the Savannah Theatre, we're going to have them on. Courtney and Micah, please, babe, introduce the good folks to them.
Yes, so Courtney and Micah also, they go online, well, everywhere to find them, Ghost Coast Paranormal. They run tours at the Savannah Theatre. What? I thought you said something. And they do 6 nights a week. I'm talking about damn near every night. Not tonight, I don't think, but because they're with us today. But 6 nights a week, they're doing tours at this theater. Plenty of history there. Beautiful location. When we went for the Macabrecon, that they just had that event a couple weeks back. In August, end of August, and we'll find out more about that. And they're gonna have they're already working on Macabrecon 2, which super exciting. And the first one was amazing.
Hey, and sometimes sequels are better than the original. So
hey, just say thank you guys for being here and tuning in. We appreciate you. And we're gonna bring on Micah and Courtney.
What's up, gang?
Hi, everybody. How you guys doing?
Hi.
How's it going?
Thanks for having us.
No, thank you for being here. And you're talking to us from the theater.
Yeah.
I've watched everybody else on this screen with you guys, and I was like, we got to get on there. Let's go.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I'm trying to fix.
We're excited. We love you guys. We met you guys a while back, with your guys' team, and I fell in love with you guys. So anything you guys ever put out, I try to push and put out there. So.
I definitely appreciate that. And and you guys are amazing folks too with the breaking news. Please tell the good folks about the breaking news that happened a few hours ago.
Ghost Daddy.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
So I
Oh my God.
I'll tell you about this. Okay. So there was actually a couple of days ago that it happened, and I was really late posting it to Instagram because we're really lacking on the Instagram side. I mainly just posted Facebook.
You guys sound
the volume.
Is the volume not okay?
You know,
now you sounded better.
Muffling.
It was like they put their hand on the microphone, and
Yeah, there we go.
It was the light. Sorry.
You stuck the light on. Is that better? Okay.
Perfect.
I was like, we want to hear what you're saying.
I was a little late. My bad. I was a little late to Instagram, but yeah, we did get another affiliation program with Ghost Daddy, and that is, of course, it's the equipment that U.S. Ghost Adventures makes. And so we just want to try to reach out to all these other companies who do make ghost hunting equipment. That way we can give all of our people who do our tours the wide variety of everything that is to offer on the paranormal world, right? Mm-hmm. So I was really glad to hear back from them, and I'm really surprised they accepted us. Really good.
You did it all.
Congratulations.
She always does it.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I just sit here and look good, and then she just does all this work, and it's just like bam, 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 things start happening. It's amazing.
Love it. That's good. Yeah.
She's truly awesome.
Yeah.
Magic touch.
She is. She's amazing, dude.
at this with the social media and getting to know people, very sociable. But as an investigator, also, we met Courtney first, and then we met Micah, and it was awesome getting to investigate with her down here, and getting to investigate you guys' spot up there, man. That was awesome. But what I also wanted to tell you too, you also what was it? 4 days ago, I believe the episode came out with Cody and Satori.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And let me tell you, it's just a little snippet of how awesome Courtney and Micah are with their guests when they go and do a tour of the Savannah Theatre. Like Micah has the history down packed.
Yes.
Courtney is amazing at actually explaining the equipment, how equipment works.
Their presentation for the investigations that they do at night, because we did an investigation with you guys, like one of your tours, and that's one thing I loved. I couldn't even stop talking about it. I'm like, Micah, bro, you live for this shit. Like that, you're listening to you talk. I was like in awe. Listening to Courtney explain and like being kick ass during the beginning, everything like hands down.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And, and honestly, the reason why we keep doing it and why we do it is because of folks like yourselves and everybody else, dude. I mean, we just love the community, right? Like in the past year, we've really gotten out there and tried to reach more out to everybody. We were a little stifled with a company that we were with earlier on in our career. And so for the past year, we've really been trying to get out there and make friends and get to be more in the community about it. And of course, meeting you guys is fantastic, dude. You guys, everywhere I go, I find 305 stuff. Like, I'm like, there's another sticker from 305. What the hell, dude? So it's like, knowing you guys are in it to win it. Yeah, it's everywhere. Like, I think I took a picture one time of a place that we were at. I was like, look at 305 stickers here. Posted it on our page and or on my personal.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, really, honestly, getting to meet everybody and to actually hang out with you guys, we love you guys. I mean, honestly, and we love all the people in the community. It's just been it's been fantastic, and I don't think people realize it. Like, and then how small the community really is. You start meeting folks, and you're like, oh yeah, I've talked to you before. You were at that Paracon. You were here, and they're like, I know Jen and Mondo, and it's like, what? Like, it's just really, it's been really fun. I mean, honestly.
Yeah. No, you guys, and you can tell how passionate you both are about, everything. Like the theater itself, everything that you do, like it really comes out. So
and that's what I wanted to give Courtney her flowers too.
Oh, yeah.
Because for someone that has no clue about investigating or what the hell is a K2 meter, she goes equipment by equipment, explaining what it does. It helps the person feel comfortable when they're going to go use it and start getting some evidence, man. You guys, if you ever get a chance to go to Savannah, please do. But one of your stops has to be the Savannah Theatre. Okay?
Yes.
Hands down, you have to go check out Courtney and Micah. Amazing folks. We've had the pleasure of investigating with them outside of the Savannah Theatre here in Miami. We ran into them at Gettysburg Bash last year. We didn't get to go this year. Just really amazing folks. But there's another thing that they're into as well. They're into horror stuff too. Yes. So actually, the four of us have done something in common this year. The four of us have been to Halloween Horror Nights. The very reason why we are exhausted, we just got home from Orlando like an hour and a half. So we are tired. I did want to ask you guys, Courtney and Micah, please tell us, what was your favorite house?
I like the non what do I want to say?
Universal, like original.
Yeah, like the original
houses.
Yeah. So Terrifier was. I'm a little girl, so I scream at everything, and that's no offense. I don't mean that. I don't mean that as an offense, but I will scream. Everybody else walks through, and they're like, nah, and I scream at everything. So I'll be honest with you, I loved them all, and I liked walking around and having like the people with chainsaws chase you around and stuff like that. That was amazing.
Oh, I don't hear Courtney. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't hear you,
What'd you
Courtney.
say?
It's just me. Far away. So it's probably me. Sorry.
Oh,
There you go.
I'm sitting far away. No, it was his first time going this year.
Oh, no way.
His
Oh, was
first
it
time
really?
going. Uh-oh. What's going on?
Frozen.
That was it chaotic?
Yeah, it was his first time. Yep.
Yeah.
So first time for any
And
horror film?
For him, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for first time for like a Universal. Back in California, I went to the Not Scary Farm one time, and that was amazing. Yeah, so doing the Universal, it's like everything is so real. They do such a great job at like all the makeup and all the rooms and everything. That's what I was more interested in, like looking at everything.
yeah.
Oh my God, that looks sick. Oh my God, that looks dope. And then like
That's where
somebody
they
was,
get
that's where they get you, because they,
Yeah,
if you
that's
notice,
where
that's how they set it
it's
up. Like your attention's
occupied,
over
yep.
here, and then they jump from this side. And
Yep.
so it's like, I loved it.
See this dude looks for him, so he doesn't get scared. Every once in a while.
That's what I'm
he's like,
saying. Everybody does. Yeah, I want to.
It's kind of easy to see where they're coming from. I don't know.
Oh my God. He's looking like
Well, I don't. I want to be in it. You know what I mean? Like, I like being scared. It's like, to me, it's half the fun. So like when people come in there and they're like, I'm scared, and it's like, good. That's half the fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, some people come in and they're just like, I don't care. Nothing scares me. And I'm like, nah, okay. You know, it's funner when we get into it and scared, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah, we love the
It's like
Jason
Grave of
one.
Flesh. That was my
The
favorite.
Friday the 13th one was amazing.
Yeah, that
Um,
was really good.
Which one?
I personally love the Jason universe is the one that we love the most. The Friday the 13th.
Oh, we have that here too.
I think we missed.
That's the one we missed. The one, I think we did everything else but that one.
Bro, that one was so sick, especially at
Was
the
it?
end. Oh my God. Yeah,
So-
that was probably my favorite.
I mean, spoiler alert. I mean, you guys are gonna find out. At the end, so you end up going
It's
into
long.
like Jason's house. You kind of go through like the first movie, but then it goes into like Jason's house, and you're constantly being scared by different movie versions of Jason.
Yeah.
The best makeup version was the Jason Goes to Hell one with he has like a chain and like his mask is
Yeah.
drunk.
Yeah. I had
One
to
of
stick
my-
to an itinerary.
Oh no!
Just saying. Yeah, that I didn't have any choice.
Well, we had 4 other people with us.
Yeah.
That's when it becomes difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went with some friends, and we wouldn't have had it any other way, right? It was a lot funner with friends.
Yeah.
But because of that, we had certain things we wanted to do that everybody wanted to get done. So we got to make sure everybody does what they want to do. And then if we have extra time, we can go back and do other things.
I just want to shout out this friend too, because he always goes, "You're always on podcasts. You never say my name." Gibby and Grace are
Friends we
scare,
were with.
yeah, that's our scare homies. They were actually, honestly, dude, they came like 9 times to our tours, like at Moon River Brewing Company and this building at the Savannah Theatre. And I was just like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "We just want to come back." And I'm like, "Okay, just call me. Like, stop paying. I will just, can you help me? Can you pick up some of the equipment at the end of the night? Like, just help me out." And we all became best friends. So Gibby and Grace are keeping us on track. So we love them.
That's awesome. Getting started with that, Micah, you're originally from California, right?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
What did you want to ask from there? Like, what places have you investigated over there, or did you like investigating over there? If you have,
Ooh, goodness gracious.
Name a couple of your favorites.
Okay, we're going back years now. I'm an old man, so that's going way back. So I grew up in a town called Porterville, California, and Porterville, I mean, that's where I grew up. I was there until I was 19, right on the cusp of 20. And then I had moved out to Pismo Beach, and shortly after that is when I started legitly ghost hunting. But I mean, the house I grew up in Porterville, it had activity in it. We all knew it in the house, and I could sit here for 2 hours and just talk about that house alone. But that's where I grew up, in that home, It was a home built in the 80s. Like I went right, came right out the womb into that house. But we come to find out that that where our house was built used to be this gentleman's property, and he had had a heart attack on that property, or right where our house was built, essentially. And so we knew that we had something in the house, and radios would turn on. I remember one time I come home from school, and radios were on Larry King Live in the house.
No
Things
way.
would move. Yeah. We came into the house, me and my brother, and like all the stereos in the house had been turned on Larry King Live, and nobody was home in the daytime. We went to school before after the parents left, and then before the parents got home, we were home, and there was nobody in there. My brother was like, "How'd you do that?" And I'm like, "I didn't do it. I tell you, I think there's something in this house." And so, I just grew up with it, and then that kind of led me into reading about it. You guys remember libraries, right?
Yeah.
Barely.
Before we had internet, and
Google took over.
libraries, and we would check out books, and usually it was like 5 or 6 books was your max checkout, and you could have them for like 2 weeks or something like that. And so I'd go into the library and I'd pull books on locations, and I would sit there and study. I knew about Savannah's ghost before I ever grew up. Really, to be honest with you, I knew about all these houses and everything that are here in Savannah. And so I just studied it. I just kept studying. I kept telling my aunt that I want to be a parapsychologist. And I went from wanting to be a doctor to being a parapsychologist. And then it's kind of crazy that this is where I ended up, to be honest with you, is doing ghost hunts every night. But locations that I've investigated, you got to understand, when I was 19 years old, I started ghost hunting people's homes. I started in the house.
Right.
So, we went to locations and did ghost hunts in like the Santa Maria Inn in Santa Maria, California. That's in Santa Barbara County. I've done stuff down in LA. We did before, I think they turned it into what was it, Linda Vista Hospital?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Linda Vista Hospital before they changed it out. I've done stuff, in Virginia City. I've done, all over the place in California. There's so many locations. I can't even think of everything right now. But I started essentially out in homes. So that's all. If we know anything about those, that's a whole different subject.
Right.
Ghost hunting in buildings is fun. You can just go in there and kind of, you don't know what to expect. You go in there and do your questioning, do your investigation. And with homes, it's deeper. It's a lot harder to me.
Yeah, you're right.
You're trying to find answers, or you're trying to empower people. Because essentially, that's what it comes down to, is just empowerment of your own space. I believe, it's a phenomenon that a lot of us have to live with, because a lot of us that have ghosts in our homes and stuff, we go, oh, that's just Walter. That's Philip. That's he's here. We know it. You tend to live with it. But when somebody doesn't know what they're experiencing, and they're never experienced it before, you got to empower them to go, hey, listen, it's just a phenomenon that we have to live next to, because I believe it's 100% real, right? And so it's just something that we have to live with, and here's the keys, or here's the tools to empower you for your own space, so that's where I really started out. And so it wasn't really till I came, I had a production contract with a TV show. It was going to be called The Haunted States of America. And we did some things for them, and traveled to like Waverly Hills and Bobby Mackey's and things like that. And that was the first time I really ever branched out across the United States, really did some stuff. And then, of course, when I landed here, I just immersed myself into, like I was telling you guys earlier, like we're just immersing ourselves into the whole situation. And in the past year and a half, 2 years, God, we've been all over the place, down to Miami to see you guys, to hang out, all the way up to Gettysburg to hang out, right? That's where we saw you guys again. Yeah. Kentucky, New York, Rhode Island, all these cool places to be able to ghost hunt. And it's just been really a good time. So
that's awesome.
Micah, Courtney, are you originally from Georgia?
No, I'm actually originally from South Carolina. Little town called Greenwood, South Carolina. Don't look back at it. Awful. Won't be back.
Aww.
But being in that small city, it was a Bible Belt, and I mean Bible thumpers everywhere. So already being different, and then already being like this was already frowned upon. And so doing the ghost hunting wasn't really a thing. You know, it just wasn't. If you did, you were deemed a devil worshiper, or you were deemed satanic, or anything like that, right? So I really didn't publicly do investigations or go out with a team or anything like that until I really moved to Georgia.
Right.
And plus, I mean, my past wasn't the best when it came to relationships. And so some of those relationships did not like me ghost hunting.
Right.
And so it was kind of hard to be able to have someone or be with someone, which is why I sought out this one right here, to actually be a partner to ghost hunt with. But places that I enjoy, I mean, there's a couple of places back home that you can go investigate now that they've kind of deemed haunted, right? I mean, you got the Abbeville, the Belmont Inn in Abbeville, right? I kind of put that place back on the map for the haunted with some help with some friends. I mean, we got Devil's Gate up in Spartanburg, and that was an old cemetery. I mean, you got the Columbia State Hospital back in Columbia, South Carolina, right? There's a couple of places, but I'm going to be honest with you, it's not really much. I mean, you got your typical, you know, Crybabies Bridge and everything that every hometown has that, you know, I would go out there to try to figure out, but it wasn't really too many places to investigate.
It was on Fox Nation too.
No. I don't talk about that.
She did that. She was on television too.
No, I don't talk about that. I'm good.
You leave her
No,
alone.
I was in a group who just didn't care about me.
No.
Yeah, but you know what? Shine, girl. You gotta shine.
That's right.
That's right. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Embrace it and shine.
I can now.
You are amazing.
I do embrace it now.
Handle that.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't do that.
We want to hear it if you want to share.
Hey, Chaz. What I was gonna say, so how did you guys meet and then make Ghost Coast Paranormal?
So let me tell you this because it's hilarious. All right. So we used to work for another company that used to be here in Savannah. They also used to run the investigations here at the Savannah Theatre. But he was my boss.
Okay.
And now I'm his boss.
And I'm his boss. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It lets me think I'm in charge.
That's fine.
Yeah.
How does it work?
He actually didn't want to hire me at first.
Okay, so hold on a second. Hold on a minute. Let me tell you this. I got this goth girl walk in the store one day, right? And I'm just like, oh shit, here we go. And she comes to the counter and she says, I'm here to turn in a resume and I need a job. And basically I was like, nah. And so let me get your resume from you. And so I got her resume and I was like, oh, as a goth girl wanting to be a ghost hunter or whatever the case may have been. I really didn't think much about it. And then I slowly started having people trickle in. What's up, Julian? That's my boy right there.
Yeah.
My boy. What's up, bro? Julian, shout out. He's one of our moderators on our TikTok. That's the man right there.
Oh, nice.
But I basically was like, I slowly started having people text me or DM me through Instagram. And they were like, hey, do you know Courtney? I'm like, who? And they're like, it's the goth girl in Savannah that's a ghost hunter. And I was just like, I think I've met her. I ran into her. Didn't really think much about it. Right. And then it kept happening and kept happening and kept happening. And I was just like, God dang it, dude. Like, who is this chick? I need to know who she is now because everybody's talking about her. And I was literally just getting wild texts and DMs. They're like, hey, you work with that girl? And I'm like, no, I don't. And so I thought maybe I should. And so we ended up hiring her with the old company. And the first night that she worked, she had all the cameras set up. She had all the DVR system completely done. She already had a plan of how she was going to execute the evening and the tour itself. And I really was just kind of taken back by it. And I never worked with anybody that really knew.
Organized.
Yeah, so organized, because I mean, it took me years to. I mean, I could set up 10 night vision cameras with a handle and a light, and I could do 10 of those in like 3 minutes, right? And to have somebody else that can do that same amount of work that fast,
Nice. Yeah.
it's nice to have that partnership, right? And then we just literally started investigating together, and I was like, this is a bad chick right here.
I got stuck in Moon Over Broom Company.
Yeah. She was there. There was some drama up in that building, but yeah.
Oh yeah. We hated it. I mean, for the old company we used to work with, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, we really wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't for them. We wouldn't be sitting here right now, because that's what actually brought us together. So, yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, just.
It fell into place. We were approached, and we got asked if we would take over the tours here. And so we created our own tour company, and we took off with it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it worked out.
And it sounds like it's successful. So congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
We're about to hit our year anniversary, October 27th.
Yeah, I think for our first year, we did all right. I mean, I wouldn't say we did, super good, and we didn't do bad, So I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for the folks that literally come and see us, we wouldn't have a tour.
Yeah.
So to be honest with me, everything that we do is for the people that come in for tours, the customers, right?
In the theater.
Like you guys said, I try every night. We try to put in 110%, right? So even if I'm not feeling well, or I'm just like, I'm not even feeling it tonight,
We're going to put on the plow.
You got to put the plow on, right, and drag the stories through, and to be honest with you, as soon as I start talking in front of people, whether it's one, because we've done onesies before, we've done twosies, right? Like, we're not going to cancel on you because you're one person. We still come down here and do your tour.
Yeah.
Right. And so whether it's one person or it's 45, I'm gonna light up in front of you, because the history of this building is just so fascinating to me. I mean, it really is. That's why I think I'm so passionate about it. What's up, James?
What's up?
That's our boy.
You know that guy, James?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's
James. Yeah, his TikTok video of him going with a filter. I was laughing. That shit was so funny.
Yeah, James is he's a man. Yeah, James is awesome. He's our good friend. He was Courtney's friend, and then we ended up meeting, and now Courtney got pushed out of the way, and me and James are good friends now. So
We're bros now.
yeah, we're bros now. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What the hell?
That's what I'm saying. You guys, this community, this is what it is to me, right? I've made so many close friends. I've never had this many friends in my life. I really never have. I mean, I don't think most people do, right? You have a few basic friends, and you have this little situation you're in, but we feel like we have a family. If I had to call Jen and Mondo for anything, I know that they would be here. I know that they would take time out to do something with us, right? Like that's the thing, even this on the podcast,
They're awesome.
Everybody's fantastic. So
And that's
She had-
I
yeah.
love that.
How we met, me and Jen met. She wrote me about Ghost Adventures. Had she not done that, I don't think we would have a friendship and a show.
That's usually how a lot of us start. Like we're like, you watch Ghost Adventures? Yeah, or no, or and very mixed conversation there.
There you go.
Yeah, for real.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. If Zach Bagans is watching out there, I love you, bro. I really do. I grew up with a Zach Bagans in my life, watching him on TV. So that's no matter what I think. If I'm like, oh, dude, that's wild, he's still, to me, he's still the man, right? I mean, he's taken this to a different place as well. So gotta respect him,
Yeah,
I do. I mean, shit, I still enjoy his stuff, and I know he gets a lot of flack for just being who he is or whatever, but he's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? And
dude, that's what it is. That's what it is. His platform. Yeah, if you ever look at like how their platform is laid out, It's perfect. There, you grew up with Jason Hawes? Hell yeah. I'm going to go hang out with Jason on November 8th. Hopefully.
He only just did a show with Jason Hawes' daughter, and that came out on YouTube 4 days ago. Like, that blows my mind.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
We were just hanging out with him at Macabrecon, and then it's like, hey, next week I got
Ghost Hunters, OGs, and then right after it's just them two. That's it. Like, for a very long time. That's all you knew. So
fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome.
When you guys are when you guys are not doing the theater, I know, what do you guys like to do on your off time, or do you investigate anywhere else, or what do you guys like to do when you're not at the theater?
We don't investigate.
We don't stop.
We don't stop.
I love that. I love
I'm
that.
tired.
We're constantly tired.
I'm tired. We don't stop. It's always something. Like you just said, like, a couple days after the Macabre, or a few days after the Macabrecon, we had Cody and Satori here. And, Joe, what's up, Joe? What the hell? Yeah, bro. That's our boy, too. You know what I'm saying? Miss you, man. But yeah, we're always doing something. I mean, every other week it's a podcast. It's, showing somebody the building. It's bringing people into the place. I mean, we got Dalen Spratt that's going to be here at the end of the week. Do me too. He's a fantastic person and very sweet dude. And so he's bringing in 2 groups on Saturday to come in.
We're going to have 75 people in this building.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 different shifts, but basically, we're going to do a 2-hour investigation, then another 2-hour investigation. So, I mean, if anybody's down for investigating with Dalen Spratt, definitely hit up his YouTube or his TikTok and Instagram.
Right? That's Ghost Brothers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ghost Brothers.
Yeah, Ghost Brothers. Yeah.
Speaking of the whole bros thing that we have going on here, look at Joe's comment.
It's such an ass.
Yeah, Joe knows what's up, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's my bro right there.
All the guys. Micah guys, all the guys.
You know what? It's just because you're beautiful, dude. Like, really? They're like, oh, hey, gorgeous, and hi, Courtney. You know what I mean? It's because you're beautiful. Stop.
It's bromance. It's bromance.
Micah's like a big bear, bro.
Yeah.
That's how he feels. He feels like a big bear.
Yeah, kind of just the way I've always been.
The Florida version of Micah.
Oh my God. I for real, I believe that. Like, super sweet, very nice. I mean, like, humbled, everything. Just amazing.
Joe, you're going to want to stick around. There's an observation that I have, and you're going to want to hear this. But before I get to there, so we just got back from our first trip of Savannah from Macabrecon. We absolutely loved it, and we were honored to be a part of your first ever event. I don't want to speak for Joe, but I know he was honored to be there also. Please tell the good folks about Macabrecon. Like, how did that come about?
Yes, very good.
It was an amazing event. Like, it was just awesome. I know you guys were stressed out the whole time, and I was just.
Man, I'm like, this shit is great.
We were reassuring.
I wasn't joking when I was saying that.
Kicking
You
ass.
guys had a good time too, right?
Yeah, that's where the stress comes in.
Yeah,
that's where the stress comes in, is just wanting everybody to love it, right?
And have a good time.
It was a Hail Mary of a shot, to be honest with you. It was just a thought. Coming into the theater, they explained to us that they wanted to embrace the spooky and kind of do something with it. And it was just a thought. It was just literally, hey, we should throw a Paracon here. And we got to talking with some of our friends from Witching Hour Paranormal, Dylan and Bridget. And we were just sitting down for dinner one night, and we're like, hey,
literally
listen.
Across the street at McDonough's.
We're at McDonough's having hamburgers, and we're like, we want to throw a Paracon. What do you guys think? And they were like, let's go. And so we basically tried to encompass the whole city. To be honest with you, we couldn't have done it without the city's help. That's what the thing is if it was just us, it would have been, we would have been swimming, right? But to be honest with you, it was the help from like the Hearst tours, Witching Hour Paranormal, all the
all the local businesses came together.
All the local businesses came together, you know, Mad Cat Tours and everybody pitched in on this thing to actually make it what it was.
And
so
they believed in us. We had their backing from the very beginning. And it just kept adding on.
It's like pitching a business idea, right? You're like, why you should be a sponsor? Well, you know, and it really, without sponsorships, you really don't get anything done, right? Ticket sales is one thing, but without sponsorships, you don't really go. You can't, you know, you got to be able to book people. Like, you know, we had Andrea Perrin here, and she didn't ask for much. That woman is amazing. And we absolutely love Andrea Perrin, and she didn't ask for anything really, you know, and but you still have to bring people here. I still got to pay for a hotel room. I still have to do things like this, right? So that's where a lot of the stress comes from. But essentially, with help, we were able to put this thing on and actually make it a success, you know? So it was really just a long shot, just a thought, and it came to fruition, right? So it just literally started happening.
Knew it.
Yeah, and then you guys are standing at the door, and they're like, "How you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm stressing out," you know. Like,
I was want to check in there.
You know, it was finding music and entertainment, because we know that we're a theater, right? So the first night we wanted to open with some entertainment, and we ended up finding these folks called Valentine Wolf. That the husband plays an electric bass, and she sings like macabre type poetry. Operatically. So I thought it was a perfect match, and bringing them in was something different. Yeah.
It was great.
And they were fantastic. They were ready to throw down on this thing. I mean, I really couldn't have did it without everybody that was involved. I mean, 4 people just trying to plan something, it really.
Absolutely. I was saying for that. I think so.
Yeah. That's the way it falls. It fell into place, and it wasn't just us, it was everybody that was involved. It was all of our friends. It was
help and support.
Gibby and Grace and Kels and Kayla and Don and all these people that came, Sean and Amy, you know, that came and helped us literally build the tables out for the actual vendors. It's folks. Right?
We had to build all those tables.
You build them and then tear them apart, right? So it's those folks. That's who that's what it's about, is those people. I really try to deflect anything. It's not my thing. It is what it is. It was just a thought. But it was everybody else that made this thing possible. That's what it comes down to.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of community help, and everybody just get everything together and for a good cause. So congratulations for sure. And I love how you had the table set up.
Yes.
You know, I saw it and I was like, man, this is so cute. Like, it came out so good. I really liked it.
Well, it was the idea. I've never been to a Paracon where you've mixed them, right? Where you've mixed like the speakers or the keynote speakers or the actual entertainment with the vendors. Every Paracon I've ever been to myself personally, and I'm sure they're out there where you mix those vendors and the entertainment, but I've always gone to a place and we've had tables at locations where you sit out with your table for 8 hours out of the day, and I didn't get to see anybody speak. I didn't get to see anybody talk. Or she has to sit at the table, or I have to sit at the table for a couple hours while they go and watch the entertainment. We thought bringing them two together would be the best way to do it. And to me, that was my biggest worry, was like, holy crap, like, we're going to have vendors in with the entertainment. How is this going to work? And it really kind of fell into place as well. It just worked. It was neat for the vendors to be able to come and pay for because we're not gouging you for a table. Right. I think we charged $100 for the table for all weekend, $100 for the table. And then you got to be part of the entertainment.
Yeah.
What other Paracon does that happen? I've never been there. Right. So with mixing those two, to me, it was my biggest stress, but it ended up being my biggest relief at the end. Was like, oh, this is cool. It's working out. People are selling stuff. People are walking around and checking it out. So.
Yeah, I think it turned out wonderful.
What not to do and what to do for next year. It's definitely a learning process. It wasn't first. You know, we didn't do the best and we didn't do bad either, right? So I mean, it was really good. was really good.
But we're really thankful that the people that came and really told us, how much they enjoyed it. We just appreciate that people enjoyed it. That's it.
I think that's what's important is people having fun and enjoying it and the positive feedback. Yeah. So you guys did your thing. You did it.
We shot our shots and it happened. So I mean that's all there is to it. And Dacker Stoker, you gotta give it up to Dacker Stoker. He came in here and that dude, what the hell? Like I was like, whoa, Dacker Stoker, he's great nephew of Bram Stoker. What's he gonna bring, to be honest with you? And that dude was amazing, dude. Like he blew this place out of the water. He did a thing with Valentine Wolf where they did like this bassy music to it, right? And then he was doing readings of Dracula and the story and everything. It was just like, what the heck? It was super amazing. So having him here was cool too.
I mean, he in depth, wow.
Yeah, in a location where Bram Stoker has been previously, right? So we know Bram Stoker's been in the building. He actually talked to Charles Coburn in the building, which was the manager of the building at the time. And so, having him here was a piece of history. And he came and he told us, he was like, hey, listen, when I think he was here, when he came through the United States and he stopped here in Savannah, he believed that he was actually writing Dracula.
Wow. That's crazy.
So to us, that's really neat. That's cool history to be able to tell people,
That's super neat. James was so excited. He had a copy of the book that he got off of like a thrift store for like a $1.
Oh, it was very old.
Sticker price.
Very old.
Yeah.
It was very old, but it was very well intact. And then I was like, because he didn't want to go to ask him to sign. I was like, man, come on, let's go. I'll freaking go with you. So we went over there real quick. And then I'm like looking at him, they're talking or whatever. And I was like, wait a second. I'm like, I need pictures. So I was like taking pictures. I was like, there's the proof that he's like signing in or whatever. He's like, oh shit, yeah, that's a good idea. But that was so funny. But he was very, very, very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
He's a nice dude.
All the guests were nice, and I like that they all sat in and listened to everybody's presentations. Yes. They were all a part of it. They were all asking questions. Like it was just, the whole event was amazing, man. I can't. You guys were awesome.
Well, as far as that experience,
thank you.
In the theater, that was our first time being there, and our second theater, but not one that looked like this. Right. And the theater is beautiful to be, I love how vintage it looks. I don't know how to even like to say it, but I thought it was cool was the kind of like the personal experiences that I had, and Armando had some, and so I had a question about where he was set up. Remember where he was sitting, right at the front. I don't know, maybe like second row, like second seat, but like right there in the front, but on the right hand side. Yeah. So at the beginning, when Armando first walked in with Joe's mom, actually, and nobody else was inside of the theater, what did you hear?
Oh, so I was
because I had something that happened to me in that same area, and I was like, what is it about these couple of seats that I want to ask you about?
So I was investigating with Mama Joe. Mama Joe, if you're watching, love you. Joe's on here. Shout out to Liz. We love you. So we were investigating, just me and Mama Joe, and we were walking and making our way towards the front of the, stage area. And we just decided to grab a seat in the second row.
I thought you were just getting equipment.
No, because we're gonna start placing, but we're gonna grab a seat first just to see if we're gonna see any shadow figures on stage. And all of a sudden, one of the chairs, in front of us, it just went down by itself and it picked back up.
Like it slammed.
It slammed really hard down, and then we heard it come back up. We were like, "What?" Yeah. And it would happen right in front of us.
So when you walk into the auditorium, so say from the back double doors, are you talking about the left-hand side on the front?
So at that particular point in time, we were in the second row. We had gone in from the left, and we were walking pretty much towards the right. And it was the fourth chair on the first row, pretty much that's where Dacker was sitting, more or less in that area. Right in there. It was the
that's the front. Yeah.
The fourth chair from the very first row. The fourth chair from the right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is where.
So that's something that's common occurrence. I've actually been sitting in the front row. There was one night I was sitting in the front row, and I forgot if it was a YouTuber. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was a YouTuber, and he was sitting there, and he was standing at the stage, and I was sitting in the front row, probably say like when you walk into the auditorium from the left-hand side, when you go down that aisle from the left-hand side in the front row, it was like the second chair. And I was sitting probably in the fourth or fifth chair, and we literally, I heard it go down, and then I looked over, and I was like, "There's no way!" And that thing flipped back up, and I was like, "There's no way!" Like I'm literally sitting here right now, and that just happened. And oh boy, he was just sitting there. I looked up at him, and he was just looking at it, and his eyes are about this big around. He goes, "Did you see that?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that." For sure, like that's honestly a common occurrence. Yeah. So you guys were towards the stage left area, is what was that Joe?
Joe was saying.
Like if I'm on the stage,
it would be on the left.
The left side.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. So that happens quite a bit.
Pretty common occurrence.
It's a pretty common occurrence. I've been telling stories, of course, taking everybody through, and you hear that, and they're like, "Was that just a seat?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was."
Get used to it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the theater.
Yeah, that was a cool welcome for sure.
Right.
That happened like in the row right in front of us. So that's why I was like, "Oh, there's no denying this."
Yeah. So there was an occurrence I also had at one point where we actually had one of the managers that runs. So we have two guys that run this place, Matt and Mike. And Matt and Mike are the guys that we work with, to make everything happen here at the building. And Mike had came with a couple of his kids one night, and so we're sitting up there. It's probably like 1 o'clock, 12:45 in the morning, and I was looking at it through some of the camera footage, and I was like, I think I seen something weird, because I usually fast forward through it. So like I'll put it on play, and then I'll go like 8 times speed, times 4, times 8 or whatever, and just kind of see if anything moves or see if anything happens. This is my fast way of reviewing, right? And so I just put it on there, and it's going through, and I was like, wait a second, I think I just caught something there. And Mike's sitting next to me, and we literally on that, if your stage left area, you know how there's that curtain that goes back to the backstage area, or you can go up that creepy hallway, right? So that there literally moved. And if you know anything about those curtains, they literally have a chain in the bottom of them. So that curtain's like, it's like 20 pounds, 30 pounds. It's a heavy curtain. And that curtain literally pressed back like somebody put their hand on it and came to the backstage area. And then we see the shadow go down the hallway, and Mike's sitting there, and he goes, "Oh, it just is that a ghost?" And I was like, I believe it is, because if you look at where everybody else is at, they're not even in the auditorium yet. And he goes, "I work here." And I was like, "Yeah, it's your building, man. Yeah, you got to work here." And he goes, "All right, kids, you ready to go?" Like, we've got some crazy stuff in here. The activity ranges. I mean, a lot of people come in here and they expect to see a ghost, right? And I got to tell people, it's not what it's like. It's, we have a lot of weird stuff happen here. Last night I was actually telling the stories, and I turned around and I presented the stage, and then one light just flashed. Just one of the stage lights just flashed, and I was like, "Did anybody else just see that?" And the girl that was sitting there, it was the parents of the 2 young kids.
Oh, yeah.
She goes, "Did you just see the light?" And I was like, "I swear to God, as soon as I presented the stage, one light hit on the stage and then went off." I mean, that's not normal. And so to see, it's those type of occurrences. We were actually standing on stage left last night while I was telling the stories. The light gets brighter, and then like, "Is that you?" And then it gets dimmer. Right. And so just little things or subtle things around the building that if you just don't pay attention to it, you might just go, it's an old building. But when you really start to break things down, you know what's regular and what's not. And the building produces some crazy stuff. I mean, it's just, you got to think it's 207 years old. It's housed some of the best actors and actresses in the world. This is where everybody came. This was the life of the city. This was like the heart of Savannah.
Yeah. Do you think whatever's there or whoever's there likes a certain piece of equipment more than the other ones?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think that there's certain things that are easier to control for them, and that's just. I'm not a scientist. This is just my experience. The EMF bells, EMF things, they have a tendency to gravitate towards to REM pods, and things where
only certain spirits will hit.
That's what it seems. Is that there's certain energies or whatever the case may be to where they can grab a REM pod, but typically I think it's easier for them to gravitate towards like the bells and things that are more K2 meters, more like energy-based type of equipment.
You know, when the bell first came out, I was like, oh, it's a bell. It's just a freaking bell. I seen videos and I was like, I have to have it. I freaking love it. I love
Everyone loves it. The spirits here love it. We've gotten several more.
We took it to the May Stringer house. Yeah, we took it down to the May Stringer house one night, and we had a literal 2.5-hour conversation with whoever was in the attic of the building with the bell. Like, it was insane. Like, we were sitting. I was like, "Are you real?" And it goes bing, and it would be after like 15 minutes of nothing happening. And I'm like, "Okay, so are you like after it doesn't hit?" I go, "Okay, so are you real?" And bing, we'll hit it. Hit it 3 times. Bing, bing, bing. Right, where it's like, I was like, I don't know. This is kind of crazy. I like the bell. Me personally.
Yeah, me too. Do you have the one from Ghost Stop? Yeah. Do you have the one from Ghost Stop, or do you have the other version?
We have several different ones. We have a REM one from Elite Paranormal Society that they build. They're one of our people we reach out to help us build equipment. We have the one from Ghost Stop, which is their dead bell. And then we just recently got the one from Ghost Daddy, which is the brick house in Bell, which is really good too. Yep, the red one. So we have different bells for people to try out. Like I said, we want to make sure we get at least one of everything so people can try it out. Or not lying when it comes to it.
Have them in a row, like different, where are you? Ding. Where are you now? Ding. Different parts
Exactly.
of
So that'd be cool, actually.
That'd be neat.
Yeah. I've always wanted to rig a house up that was known to be haunted with like sensors, like 1,000 sensors throughout the house, and then have it mapped on a computer to where if any energy passes by a certain sensor or a hallway or something of that sort, you can actually track it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had this idea for years, and I don't know how to implement it. I'm not smart like that.
A bunch of
kind of basically. I would love to like be able to map energy inflection or what am I trying to say? Energy inflection. You see that?
If there's someone that you're really interested to come up with this idea, there's a fellow that we know. You may know him. His name's Joe Torino.
Joe might know.
Joe might know.
He is a brain up here,
bro. Joe comes with some wild stuff, bro. He comes with wild stuff, bro. He comes with like a ball, and like he had the Death Star ball, like looking thing, bro. Like, he always comes with something different. Like, he's into it, bro.
Yeah, little fact. You just know about Joe. He makes really good cookies.
Oh,
wow. But going back to
you say what? Hold on, Mondo. Did you say he makes cookies?
Cookies.
He sure does. Good cookies. That's the reason why our kids call him Uncle Joe.
Yeah.
I've never had a cookie.
Joe.
I'm a little.
Put your ass out there.
Put you on the spot.
He put my ass out there.
You gotta get
going back to Joe's comment. So to close out night one. So night one was just like a kickoff to the event. I already thought it was awesome from night one. I was like, damn, what's gonna happen day 2? But so closing night one, we were hanging out, the 3 of us, us 2 and Joe, and you guys were a part of the seance, but it appeared like what we had noticed. We thought Michael Gagliano was like messing with you guys backstage, but then we looked and he wasn't there.
Yeah.
The 3 of us, we saw
remember
what
that.
appeared to be like something was poking out, but like it was behind you two, so you guys would have never seen or heard or anything, but it seemed like it was coming out towards the side that you guys were sitting at. So that was another thing that the three of us shared that we all saw.
Oh, the curtain. In that same seating area we were talking about from the beginning, there was a point where everybody was separated and it was only Mongo and myself where the seats are at, right? Like in that area. And then I was just like, I'm just kind of want to sit. I don't know where. I didn't know where to sit, to be honest with you, but this is how it played in. So I was right in the front row, walking in front of the stage. And I said, I was like, where should I sit? And I wanted him to sit like far away from me. So he was more on so going down like the right side.
I'm more stage right.
Yeah, stage right. Stage left. And I was like right in front of like the second or first seat, like right there. I had said something. I was like, where should I sit? And then, which I barely get audible, like disembodied voices, but I heard, and it was a female's voice. She said, here. And I like stopped, and it was so fucking dark that I'm like with my phone and all like, what the hell? I'm like, who is that? I'm like, because I was freaked out. I thought somebody was sitting there, and I was like, that's creepy. And there was nobody there, and I was like, even more like, what? And I told him, I was like, yo, you didn't hear that? He's like, no, I don't know. He was all the way doing, he's like on the phone. He's not doing anything. I'm like, somebody just said here. And I was like, what? I was like, okay. So I just like, I put my camera there on some table and I was just kind of like sat there, but then nothing else happened. But then I realized that's where he said the seat went down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a female voice. So I'm wondering if it's, do you think it's Elizabeth maybe?
I honestly think so. I would tell
We had one kind of similar.
We had one similar. But yes, to answer the question, yes, I do believe that Elizabeth is here. I do think that she is very prevalent in the building. She is kind of the house ghost, right? So she's been here.
The main female. It seems to be.
Yeah, she's a more powerful female, and I think that she just, she's a house ghost by seniority, right? I mean, she's from 1828, so she's been here for almost 200 years, and yes. Yeah, I think that it could have very possibly been her. We actually had an experience one night. We had some folks here. We had some friends as well. I believe was one of our moderators. A couple of our moderators were here. The one where it came up here, to like right here.
In the hallway.
Yeah.
We had Jada was here.
Yeah, I think Jada was here. Yeah. Anywho's, we're in here and we're all investigating in the men's dressing room, and we hear somebody come up this back hallway. Now, mind you, there was a woman with her 12-year-old son on the tour, and she had a very distinctive voice. And we're all sitting in the men's dressing room, and we hear footsteps come up this hallway. You can hear it because there's like a ramp.
Yeah.
There probably was steps there at one point in time, but they essentially put a ramp down here that leads down to the stage. You hear footsteps coming up that ramp because you can hear it. It sounds like creaking on wood floor. I mean, it's probably plywood, And we heard it come up, and I could have swore a woman walked in and she peeks her head around the corner and she goes, hello. And we all sit there frozen.
Oh my God.
What?
These faces in the room, and I'm just like, nobody's saying a word. Nobody's saying anything, dude. And I'm just like, I'm about to lose my shit. And like, did you guys hear that? And they were like, the hello. And I was like, yes. And so I got up, I bolted towards this back hallway. There ain't nobody down this hallway. I run up the side of the stage. There ain't nobody on the stage. There ain't nobody stage left. There's nobody there. And so I come back in, I'm flipped out. I was like, hold on a second, dude. Like, a disembodied voice, that's amazing to me, right? Like, how is that even? Yeah, disembodied voices to me are like,
they're insane.
It's insane.
They are insane.
Like, I had an experience in Benjamin's stairwell with about 17 guests. I was on the second balcony because I did the history. Whenever I did the history, I do it on the balcony. So we were up there, and I was closer to Benjamin's doorway because we had a bunch of props and costumes on the other side. And so, right in the middle of my story, actually talking about Benjamin, you hear laughter come out of the stairwell.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I stopped. Everyone looked over at the stairwell because it came from there. And both of our cameras that we had pointing towards the stairwell, we had one inside the stairwell and we had one on the outside pointing in. And you can hear it on both cameras. Now, the way I know that it came from inside the stairwell is because it echoed.
Oof.
Wow. Right?
It's on everything.
Yeah, it's on everything.
It echoes. And that was weird.
Yeah.
Wow.
With the microphones and the cameras, it doesn't do it justice.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, the cameras, the microphones and the cameras suck, right? I'll be honest with you. It's hard to tell sometimes what's coming across.
But this is very distinctive.
But it's very distinctive. You can hear it. It echoes through that staircase. Now, mind you, I wasn't done.
My bad. You can talk and talk and talk. So if I don't interrupt, I don't get to anything.
I love that. Oh God.
So the lady that was on the tour with her son, it sounded like her. It sounded like that woman, right? And so I came out and found Courtney, and I was like, where are these people at? And she goes, I'm with them on the second floor. And I was like, where were you guys at? And they were like, we were up in George's room. So they were completely on the second floor in the projection room, which is noise canceling. You can't hear anything up there. And that's where she was. And it literally sounded like she walked up this back hallway and said, hello. And everybody in that room, I was like, you guys heard that? That was that woman, right? And they're like, dude, that was her voice. Like, we can tell her voice. And so I don't know if
she asked a lot of questions that night, so we didn't know what her voice was.
But to me, it was almost, I mean, we've heard of mimics, right? We've heard mimics before, right? I think whatever it was trying, it was literally used her voice to produce what it produced. I don't know how this stuff works. Like, I'm just here for it, right? And that to me is nuts. That's so
creepy. I think we was there. I think we like didn't something. No, we were talking about mimicking there for some reason. I can't remember what it was exactly, but
the knocks.
Oh shit! And then that staircase. Well, that staircase is creepy as hell. And I mean, it's very tragic what happened there. Very, very, very sad. But nothing. Stuff happened there, and not that. I mean, maybe I can see somebody running out from there from what we experienced there, which I'm gonna tell you what it was, but I didn't find it like threatening. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know if I just said anybody at this point. I don't know if I was directly talking to Benjamin for him to touch the REM pod or something that you have down the middle of the staircase. But I remember saying, like, if anybody's down there, can you just come up? I was like inviting it to come closer to us. And I ended up seeing like a shadow move on the bottom. And I remember you saying that that's something that people see in the bottom. Like, it was from left to right.
Yep.
I saw it and I was like, yo, because you guys have a laser grid. And I know I saw something move. And then I think Joe's mom saw it too. And she was like, it went from left to, she said left to right. And I knew she saw it because that's exactly the direction it moved. Yep. And then after that, what else happened? Twice there, like really loud on the walls, but not in the staircase, but like right behind it. So
like if it was a seating area of the second floor. So
and I was sitting inside the stair.
Right. So Jenny was more towards the table that was there.
Yeah, right next to
Liz sat right next to Jenny, and I sat pretty much. I was in between the hallway and the seating area.
The threshold of the door.
Right. Yeah. I was able to pinpoint. There was a knock that seemed like halfway down the stairs.
But like in a wall.
And then there was another knock that was kind of like behind them.
Yeah, like right behind me, like bam, 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 like 3 times. And I'm looking at, I turn around, I look at them, I'm like, what the hell was that? Because it's right behind.
Yeah.
And one of the knocks, somebody in that hallway, they heard it.
They heard it downstairs.
We didn't find out until afterwards.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how loud that was. And the person downstairs heard it. Alexi, he's from the team too. He was in the middle of the hallway. He loved that hallway, by the way, because he was like, I'm seeing something moving. Like, I don't know what he was doing down there, taking pictures. He was taking a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
He heard it. He was like, I heard knocks, and then we realized it was the same knocks that we heard.
Right.
And he couldn't figure out where it was coming from either.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I
What would that have been as far as you know?
You don't hear knocking really on this building because I mean, essentially,
Most of it's concrete and brick.
it's brick and it's literally the 1818 walls, right? So the only thing this building, the four walls that surround us in this building are still from 1818. We just gussy them up and make them look good, right? So really, if anybody tried to knock on the building from the outside, which we know Savannah kind of gets busy sometimes, but if somebody knocked on it, if you walk outside and try to knock on the wall, you're going to hurt your knuckles.
Right.
It goes nowhere. Right. So, I mean, even if you were on the inside here, you would have to have somebody knocking on a wall that has been placed here,
Like
not the brick. I mean, like the brick that's right here. Oh, that's not even brick.
Are your stairs wood? Do you have wood stairs?
They're concrete.
Concrete.
They're
Oh,
concrete.
they're concrete. Oh shit.
The concrete, the staircase, you open the door to the staircase, it's all concrete, and you got to understand that even the encasement around the staircase, so your ceiling,
concrete.
it's all concrete.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's
What the hell is
it's
it
all
knocking
concrete.
on? A door? Maybe a door?
I don't know.
We were in a balcony, and the one of them was like right behind me. So literally the wall right behind me. And I'm looking at Armando. I'm like, whatever it was right next to him.
Right.
It was very close.
Is the seating wood? No. Are they
The seating's metal.
Metal with foam.
Metal. Yeah, it's just metal. Yeah, just theater seats. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So you would have to, and what I want to do as well as you guys is at some point when you guys decide to make a trip up or you guys are coming through this area to try to go, going somewhere else, is we would like to have you guys be able to come in and just do a solo, right? Just you guys, us, and be able to do that to where we don't have other interference or outside interference or anything like that, and actually get a good grounding of the building with you guys, and that's. The building speaks for itself. We have people come in. We actually had somebody write on a review one day. They're like, I think everything's on timers. And it's like, man, like we don't have to do anything in this building. There's no BS being played here. Like the building speaks for itself.
Tell them to come back a couple times and tell them the timer. Yeah.
Yeah. And
He ended up down the review.
Yeah, he ended up taking down the review and then giving us a 5-star. But it's like, bro, like you guys, the equipment's out here for you guys. The equipment's here for you guys to, I don't care if you pick it up and look at it. If you think that we're trying to pull the strings on you, pick it up and look at it. You know what I mean? This equipment's never been opened. It's, you can't open a REM pod like a normal device. So you can't do it. We've taken apart the back.
I did that too.
Cage. I'll be like, y'all lying.
Yeah.
So I start taking it apart. I'm like, I know there ain't
There's
a
no Faraday cage in that thing.
Now the new one does have it.
Oh wow.
That one does have it. But the other one didn't.
Yeah, when I opened mine, I like what I was doing. What I was looking for.
Yeah.
We've all opened bells now.
Yeah. When it dies, I got to be curious and opening things up. It's one of my ADD things.
Yeah.
One of Joe's.
Joe had a
comments.
question.
He said anything with the history of the projectionist.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I know what he's referring to, and we haven't found anything too much else about him. Rather, if he was like a veteran or a pilot or anything like that. I still remember that. I'm still trying to figure it out. We have not had anything yet. I do have someone who was working here at the time that George was here, and he's going to try to kind of talk with like his family. So we're waiting to hear back from that. But other than that, we found out he likes baseball.
Oh,
other than that,
you mentioned in the show, yes, the FM AM
baseball.
Smoking stogies and listening to baseball. I did.
Yep.
Remember. Yeah.
That's one of our newest ones. Is the thing is we found out he liked baseball, and that's what he would do on his spare time up there was have the radio on with baseball. So
we're
working with
that room.
Some people
we're
used to
working
work
with some
here.
people to try to. We figured out some other stuff, talking about Bob and Bill in the room here when we actually did the Paracon. We had a gentleman named Chris that was here for the Paranormal Museum here in Savannah. And
we didn't realize he worked with some of these people.
Yeah, he worked with Bob and Bill.
He didn't tell us.
Yeah.
Until now.
And so, like, when you talk about him, you're like, well, what was Bill like? And he was like, oh, shit. You know, like he starts telling us about Bill and he starts telling us about Bobby and yeah, it's really crazy when you actually have people that have worked here that can tell you about these people while they're alive
and validate some of the stuff we did, right? So it's
Yeah.
I mean, you got to understand when I first investigated this building, I had no clue who a Bill or Bob was. I was like, "Who are you guys?" There's the two names I always pulled out of this room, and I swear to God, on a nightly basis, we pulled those names out of this room quite a bit.
Yeah.
And to actually sit there and talk, and when I'm sitting there talking to Chris, and I go, "Did you work with a Bill and Bob?" And he goes, "Yeah, they're the two dudes that worked here. They're the two guys that ran the place." And it's like, okay, you got it. You have to tell me more. What do you know, right? And he's like, well, you know, Bobby was like the gossip queen of the building. He loved this place. He worked here for like 20 years. He was one of the producers of the shows, and they said Bill was an older gentleman. He really liked the bottle, and passed away from
Fireball.
throw away from no, Fireball wasn't even existing then.
No, he liked it.
I would believe so.
You think so?
Yeah.
Cinnamon flavored stuff was his.
Was that his thing?
Mm-hmm.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even hear that. That's new info to me. We should bring some Fireball in this place.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? We should go get some Incinerator. Come in here and be like, "Yo, what's up, bro?"
That shit is terrible.
Yeah, but to actually, you know, to talk to people that actually that know these people and worked with them, it's really interesting. And you know, like with Chris, we're trying to get Chris and the museum back here to actually investigate the place, because I want to see what we can do when we actually bring somebody in that actually worked with these folks. You know.
Yeah.
That room upstairs. I know you don't like to go up there, right, Micah?
He doesn't. No.
That's the one with
Oh yeah.
That's the one with the little where they do the controls.
Yeah, it's upstairs on the second floor.
Right, and then they have the clothes. Okay. She was telling me how
Oh, I was telling you.
Yeah, she was telling me about it.
And I'm talking about when I went up there, I was there in the doorway just by myself for like a good 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I had someone come up behind me and they were like, oh, like they saw me just standing there, like, oh, what are you looking at? And they came up and they're like, nope. And they walked out. They said, do that. They were like, and they were looking at me like I'm crazy. And I was like, it gives you such a pause before you walk in there. And I was thinking, I was like, when I go back, I want to sit there by myself so bad. Like I'm terrified about that place, but for some reason, I really want to be in there for I don't know. I just want to see what happens or something.
And to answer your previous question, like you were saying, you want us to come back. The three of us would love to be back.
Oh hell yeah, we
I want to hear about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
name your date.
Just name your date. Let us know. As long as we don't have any bookings for that night, I'll shut it down for you guys, and we'll do something.
Oh yeah.
Joe, we going back to Savannah.
Let's go.
Why is it so uncomfortable in that? I mean, what is it? Why don't you like it? This was what I want to know.
Okay, so I think so we have the story of George up there, right? And it's not just a story that makes me feel this way. It's when I go up there, it's heavy. It's a different feeling. It's a different. I've had people come out of there and be like, I thought when I went up there, I thought I was having a heart attack, and I kind of thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I've had that same experience, because there's a lot of times when you go up there, my heart starts palpitating.
Right.
Like the rhythm of my heart will be different. I've gone up there and then just immediately start sweating and feel lightheaded. It's just heavy to me. And I don't know if it's because of just the energy that's back there. Some of the folks from last night, they come down and they go, dude, when you walk into that room upstairs, what the hell's going on in there? That's the feeling I'm talking about, because when I'm not the only one that feels it, then I know that it's something real, right? It could be something just in my mind, but if I have 15 other people that say the same thing, it's not just in my mind. And I try not to implant, like when I'm telling you the stories, like people feel this way when they go in there, or people feel that way when they go in there. I try to keep that out of it, because at the end of the night, I want to talk about it. Mm-hmm. And so when you have that going on up there, and I honestly just think it might be Old Man George. Old Man George was, he worked here. He was like 82 years old. That's what they called him, was Old Man George. Supposedly he would come in his little uniform and he would go up to the projection room and he would play movies. Now, I think of George as probably like my grandfather. Like, to be in his presence was always kind of overwhelming sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to touch the tools because he'd be like, you touch my tools, you got to clean them and put them back in the same place, right? Like, it was always that. He's always trying to teach you something. He's always trying to prepare you for life or something. And when I go up there, I feel like George is going, this is my area. You don't touch my stuff. You know, like, that's kind of the feeling that I get up there. That's my interpretation of what I think that room is.
That feeling that you're saying, I was getting that on the stage. It happened to me twice. And I was, and I don't know what was going on. I was like, I don't know. I was just, my heart was like racing, and then there was the stage thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I've had it. There was one tour. I've only stopped in one tour, and I even told the people, I was like, I never stopped my tour, but you guys got to give me 5 minutes. And I was at the front of the stage, walking back and forth, doing my thing, and telling the stories of the building, and I literally started sweating. I felt like I was going to pass out. Like, I felt beside myself. And so I basically went and grabbed a glass of water and stepped outside. Like 3 or 4 seconds after I stepped outside, everything leaves. And it's very unusual because I don't miss a stride.
Are you guys hearing that interference talking about George?
I was hearing stuff earlier too.
No, yeah, and I'm trying to look at everybody.
There's something that's moving back there too.
No, it's a mirror. It's a mirror.
No, I know.
We heard something earlier. If you didn't notice, we were looking back, and
I was hearing. I'm like looking. Yeah. I was like dead, like locked on you guys and moving. You know, trying to see is any talking at the same time. Yeah.
Or auditorium and practicing right now. So
I don't even hear them though.
No, yeah, no.
No, and
parents are messaging me like, are they having Bible study in there?
Is there like something that's hanging from like a
wig.
That like
bra.
Got a wig, and then bra.
There's a bra there.
Oh no, I'm talking about that blue. It looks like navy blue or something.
This right here.
That where you had your mouse clicker. Yeah, so I kept seeing that like spin.
Oh, that's exactly what she's looking at. Yeah.
It's a jacket.
Okay.
I see it.
Yeah, it's right above me.
The AC.
Because
there's a AC vent. It's blowing right here. Way. So that's what's doing it.
That's what it is.
Maybe it's the air from the.
Yeah.
I don't know, but at the end of the day,
sometimes they have that vent covered.
It's not covered right now.
It did sound like
it makes sense to the AC.
Yeah.
What would your guys' wow moment be at that theater? Like, what experience have you had that you're like, whoa, like?
No,
no. Go ahead. You go first.
Mine is honestly the one I told you guys earlier. Like, the one where we had Benjamin, or I thought it was Benjamin because it sounded like a little boy. It did, and it came out of the stairwell in front of the group that we had, where it just stopped everybody. Right, that was my wow moment. The second one, I mean, that kind of happened recently. I mean, with your buddy Kim was in here when we had all those big old steps above us when nobody was in the building. Remember that?
Yeah.
We were in the lobby and nobody was here, and we heard like boom, boom, boom,
boom, boom. Yeah.
Like right above us, and that would be the projection room. Ain't nobody in there. That was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I don't really have too many wow moments because I expect it here in this building sometimes.
I got really scared one time. I was here by myself one night and setting stuff up, and I went to go set up stage left camera.
Before I was a thing, so
before she was a thing.
He wouldn't be alone in this
She's
building.
like, so she goes, don't believe it. I wasn't here, so don't believe it.
No.
So I was here by myself. The guy that I was working with, he always showed up late. I love him to death, but he would always show up late. So it was like 9:45, 10 o'clock. I'm having people come in the building in the next 15 minutes. So I got to put everything out myself. And I went to stage left to set that camera up. I had the tripod. I set the tripod down. I went to go plug the camera in, and it was right behind the stage. You know where the brick wall is?
Yeah.
The brick wall behind the stage. Well, probably about 10, 15 feet to my left-hand side, I heard a woman scream, a disembodied scream, and I completely lost my shit. I would say that I would love to say that I stood there and stuck it out, but the video shows otherwise of me running through the auditorium. And I wouldn't come back into the building until I had other people here with me, to be honest with you. That one really freaked me out because there's nothing worse. I don't think there's anything worse than a scream, and then especially a disembodied scream. Like that really kind of messed with me. And of course, with the story of Elizabeth there, we actually had a psychic come in during the Macabrecon, and he came to us and he goes, hey, what happened?
That's Randy.
Randy, what's up?
I love my Randy.
Randy comes in and he goes, what happened on the backstage left area? And I was like, why? What are you picking up? And he goes, I'm getting like a woman trying to claw through the brick.
Oh.
And I'm like, what?
And he's never been in this building. He's never heard
stories. No, I didn't tell him anything about the building. And he goes, my first impression is that there's a woman. She's underneath the stage right now. And she's literally trying to claw her way through the brick with her fingernails. And I was like, well, I would think in the last moments, if I didn't have any way to be able to dig my way through a brick, right? So with having Elizabeth's story being trapped underneath the stage while there was a fire, that to me that was her, right? So he's picking up on her. The voice that I more than likely heard that screamed it's probably Elizabeth. It's probably one of those flashes of moments in time, of whatever was going on there. That's just heavy to me, like to think these people are humans, right? Like these are human people that really passed away here. And like with Bob and Bill, like we have Chris that worked with them. He knew these guys,
Even though they passed away outside of the building, they came back here.
Chris didn't even know Bobby had passed away. I was like, he passed, right? He goes, wait, what? And I'm like, he's here, dude.
4 years ago.
No, it's 6 years ago. And it's been that long now. Bobby passed away like 6 years ago. And he goes, I didn't even know. And I was like, yeah, he's here, dude. And he was like, well, I need to come talk to Bobby, so it's really crazy. These are real humans. These are people. And that's what I think a lot of people forget when we're out ghost hunting, right? That of course we hear the lore and we hear, and I love lore. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I think nowadays we're so into the facts and trying to debunk other people's history and things like this that we forget about the lore. And whether it's lore or it's a factual story, there still might be something behind it, because I do believe in self-manifestation. I believe that we can actually manifest things if we believe in it long enough, give it a name, give it a life, or whatever the case may be. We actually can't. I think it's possible that we actually create these things, right? So whether it's lore or whether it's a factual story, I don't care, right? It's just the lore.
Put enough energy behind it, things will happen.
Yeah, exactly.
I do think that. And so whether it's lore or not, or whatever, or factual base, like just sit and listen. I think that we forget that these were actually human people, that these were real people. These were people's sisters and brothers and grandmas and things like this. And a lot of people go into buildings and are like, come on out and, do this and touch this, and forget to sit down and go, hey, with respect.
Yeah.
My name is Micah.
Are you doing this? Or it's like, hey. That's what it sounds. I'm like, it could just be the audio, but it's like tripping me out. I'm like laughing, and I'm like, am I tripping, or is this like?
we did a podcast. We did a different podcast recently where when we were speaking, they were actually getting EVPs coming through the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, after we get through with it, we gotta go eat. But after that, I will actually go back and listen to see if I can hear it.
I don't know. It could be the air conditioner. It could be just the audio. But it's like it's trippy, but it's funny. You know what I mean?
The AC doesn't blow loud enough to make noise. So with the shirt,
you guys are not hearing it, Jen Mondo?
I hear it every once in a while, but I don't know if it's maybe just like.
Yeah, I don't know if it's auto, but it's like
it could just be feedback from the.
Well, maybe it's
like,
no, you were in the haunted location.
No. I don't know. Philip was in the last podcast.
Dude, so okay, trip on this.
At the end of the day, it could be paranormal. I mean, we don't know.
Off subject, kind of, and so when I was a kid, my house was haunted. I told you guys that. There was one time that my buddy Parrish called me from around the corner. He was my best friend from around the corner. And he called me and he leaves a message on my, and remember back in the day, we had answering machines with tapes, right? Remember those?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He calls and leaves a message, and he's like, "Yo," he goes, Micah, this is Parrish. Give me a call back." And over his voice, you hear a voice go.
That's what I'm hearing. It's going like really breathy. Hey.
I honestly think there needs to be more. We need to do more experiments
I'm
with
about to go get
phones
my
and computers.
I'm about to get my little spirit chat box and start seeing if we can.
On a tape that
Yeah, on an old like an answering machine tape cassette. It was, I honestly, we sit there as a family and played it about 30 times and it was there. And then we called Parrish over. I was like, "Parrish, get over here." And he's like, "All right, I'm coming." And so he comes over and I would start to play this. He's like, "Nope, that wasn't me, bro." And I was like, "No, you're talking," so I honestly think over communications, things might be possible.
They do.
For
they
sure.
do.
So I have a couple more questions before we
gotta
wrap up.
Yep.
So Joe, I'm gonna do Joe's question, and then I have one more question. So he asked, "Is there any way to get under stage? I know there's a small opening on the stage."
Yeah. So me and Joe would not be able to fit.
It's not FGF.
No. It's not big guy friendly at all. It's a very small opening. It's literally about that big, and it's just enough to slide a skinny girl through.
Like Courtney.
Name Courtney.
Yeah, Jen. Yeah.
Specifically
Courtney. Yeah. Yeah. So I have shoved her in there before.
Oh my God.
Here, do your solo. Bye.
Yeah.
I have been in there. We still got there's still some props and some paint and some original seating from our 1818 theater is underneath the stage. But majority of the stage and the older stage and like the original orchestra pit and the old staircases and stuff like that have been covered and filled with sand and put plywood on top. So most of it is covered, and it would take a lot because, like I said, there is sand. I recently just found out that they poured into the holes to fill in, and then they put wood on top. So
I wonder what's underneath the sand.
I want to know too.
I want to uncover the orchestra pit.
And he wants to put like plexiglass.
I want to seal it with plexiglass to where we can actually walk on it and see it.
That's so cool.
Right? I think that would be a super cool addition to the history. Could to actually have that orchestra pit.
It's still there. You can hear it. It's hollow.
Yeah.
Still.
Oh, that would be really cool. Oh.
Yeah.
My last question is, and it's an important one to me because we loved Macabrecon 1.
Mm-hmm.
Will there be a Macabrecon 2? What are your plans for Macabrecon 2? Will it be the same weekend? Because I love that it was Memorial Day weekend and I still have an extra day to drive back home.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
It was clutch. Thank you for that timing.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are definitely trying to work on Macabrecon 2. We do have things put a little bit in place. The date might be different. We do want the same Labor Day weekend, but here's the thing too. Then we're battling with DragonCon. We had a lot of people saying they wanted to be at Macabrecon, but they wanted to go to DragonCon instead. So, I mean, will they? If they know ahead of time, they might come to Macabrecon. But we're still battling with one of the largest conventions in the United States if we do Macabrecon on the same Labor Day weekend. Now, also with the theater, if we do want to have it at the theater schedule is different. It's a live action theater still, so their schedule is different from month to month, different matinees, different shows. So we're really at the mercy of the theater when it comes to timing. So we're trying to kind of strap down a date when it comes to Macabrecon. Now, when we do the next Macabrecon, it might only be 1 or 2 days. It's not going to be a 3-day event. We might have to cut it back down to maybe a day or two.
Yeah,
but we still want to have it. It's definitely still going to have that Macabrecon, what is it, look and feel and all that. We're still going to try to keep it as original as we can. But it's going to be hard to top our first one.
Yeah.
Yes, we are going to do it again. We're working. We're going to get everything worked out right now. Get everything dialed in. So within the next few, I would say, couple months, we'll be putting.
Because you got to think, in November of last year, we were working on Macabrecon with our first one.
Yeah.
We put it together within 9 months.
Yeah.
In the next month or two, we should be having everything nailed down, and then what we can do is start to release the team. So yes,
Awesome.
definitely planning it.
Awesome.
Good. I hope even 100 more people go over there. Like everybody in this area.
Please.
Join.
I know we're definitely 305 Paranormal's going. And as soon as you guys set up a date, we will be mentioning it on this very show.
Joe's gonna snake dance apparently.
Joe's gonna go snake dance apparently.
Me too.
Any contribution is welcome at this point.
Yeah. We're hoping that we can follow it up, and be better than the first. That's, we're always going to try to step up a game a little bit.
It's hard to beat the originals. You know how that is.
Yeah.
But we're going to step game up a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. And so, we definitely have a plan for next year. We're going to try to release a date here pretty soon. And I'm not going to say hopefully it's going to be better than the first one.
Nah, it's going to be great.
It will be.
Yeah.
Great.
I know you guys kick ass and hardworking people. So I know y'all will do good.
Courtney and Micah, please tell the good folks where they can find you
and how to book a tour with y'all.
Book a tour with you guys, set up any events with you guys. Tell the good folks where they can reach you.
So if you want to do like any type of privates or anything like that, please contact us directly. Find us on any social media at Ghost Coast Paranormal, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. If you want to book a tour, you can go on the Savannah Theatre /haunted tour website, and you can find us there to book if you don't want to go through us. But we do highly ask you guys to reach out, text us, call us, 912-744-9520. That is our business number. You can reach us through call or text. And like I said, Ghost Coast Paranormal and everything. That's it.
Yeah. Everybody go check them out because they do share their clips, and you guys do film the investigations, and you put them on your YouTube now, I believe, right? Are you doing that?
One more time. Hang on. You kind of cut out for a second. What was that?
You know how when you guys doing the tours, you recording, and I think you put that on your YouTube. Yeah. So everybody can check that out online.
Yeah,
correct. Our lives go. Our live camera that's in the dressing room will sometimes be switched from women's to men's. We will actually upload that directly the morning after our tour.
Yeah. So everybody definitely check that out because you can see it. The investigations yourself and the location that we're talking about. What were you saying?
And do like James said, give this location a 5-star review when you do check them out.
Excellent host, excellent location.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much. It was amazing.
You're definitely gonna want to go back, so definitely check them out.
Every night's different.
Sure.
You never know.
That's true. I always say that. Yeah.
All right, and so this is the last Saturday. Next Sunday, we will be in Halloween month, so please tune into that. But guys, please remember, if you want to get spooked, hit that notification bell, hit the like button, and please feel free to comment on this episode. Tell your friends, tell your family, come watch Spook Coast to Coast. We will see you next Sunday. Happy Halloween month.
Thank you guys. We love you guys. Thank you so much.